You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. And then remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you. And you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are operators standing by.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan, a plan to save you money, I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And yes, of course, we are celebrating today. We celebrate every day on Ron Siegel Radio. You know, you got to be careful of some of these now because today is National Dress Day. I don't partake in that one, but I am an observer. So we just observe on that one. Let's see what else. Frozen Food Day. Now, you can put those frozen strawberries, blueberries, put them, strawberries especially, they go in great in some nice beverages, adult beverages right there. National Dentist Day. You know, I don't know how you could have National Dentist Day, Josh, when we've got all these other things coming up. So, White Chocolate Cheesecake Day. Any kind of cheesecake will do. White chocolate cheesecake. And then the next one, we got to be careful of this one, though. Today's National Oreo Cookie Day. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm a sucker, I guess. So, yesterday, we were celebrating my grandson's second birthday. And being that the bride was out of town, I went over to the grocery store to grab a cupcake and a cupcake for him and cake for everyone else. And I walk out the front door of the grocery store, and there's a bunch of Girl Scouts out there. Now, I say this with all due respect. I am a sucker. So I had to indulge in more than one, more than two. Yeah, I'm not going to even go there. Quite a few boxes of Girl Scout cookies. They are sitting on the counter here at the office right now. So how do we celebrate Oreo Cookie Day when the Girl Scouts are out there selling Girl Scout cookies? What is your favorite Girl Scout cookie? I like the peanut butter and chocolate ones, and I think they changed the name of them, the ones with the coconut and the chocolate bottom. I don't know what it's called, but boy, is that your favorite too, Josh? Yeah, that one there. Dude, I could go a long distance on those. That would cause me a lot of troubles. So, Facebook user has arrived. Well, would be nice. Tell us who you are. Go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. StreamYard.com/Facebook. I think I know who it is. And we're still waiting for your friends to give me a call so we can book them. But that's a whole different story. So let's move right along and see what else is going on in the world right now. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up 132 points as I speak to you. The S&P 500 up 26. NASDAQ is up 110. Oil's up 24 cents a barrel. How does that translate into gasoline prices? Do we want to know? Oh, I don't know. I got a bad
feeling about
this. Yes. $4.90 a gallon in California. That's the average price of a gallon of gasoline. $4.90 in California. Should we look at where it was last year this time? Well, let's see if I can find it here. They just put on both of them. So let's get California up here. California, $4.90 last year. It was $5.29. So the president's right. Gas prices are down from the artificially inflated price that he gave us. So that's a whole different issue. Let's go around the table right now. Josh, you're over there at 432, still going up, but significantly better than we are here in California. Jody's at 368. Brittany's at 399. And of course, I'm sure the leader of the pack over there in Louisiana, our tremendous underwriter, Lori, at $3.05. 305. Almost $2 a gallon cheaper than we are in California. 305. I might have to go over there to get some gasoline. It's just amazing how much how much extra it costs us to live in California. Unbelievable. What else we got going on in the world today right now? You know something? I'm seeing all kinds of articles coming out, and we're going to have to dive into this on Ron Siegel Radio. And the issue is buying versus renting. And I've got a story that we're going to share about this a little bit later. But the whole issue is, why would you want to wait to buy? And I know that we're getting some articles out there that are saying, yeah, real estate prices are going the wrong way. I get it. They're giving us all kinds of bum information. I get it. But the issue is, did you like the way it was a year ago? Were you happy a year ago at this time? We're just about at the edge of it. But a year ago at this time, we were looking at 30, 40 offers on every single property. We were looking at people being outbid, overbid, everything else. Interest rates were low. I get it. But you couldn't buy anything. So isn't it special that you get a low interest rate on nothing because you couldn't find a house that you wanted to buy? So the question becomes, what do you do? How do you deal with it? Well, my issue is buy when no one else is buying. Alex. Alex is here. Good to see you yesterday, Alex. So buy when no one else is buying. That's my line here is right now, people are afraid. They're afraid to buy because interest rates are high, and they hear certain articles on the news that we're going to start seeing the property values drop. And my question is, do you believe it? Do you believe property values are dropping? Do you believe that when there's no supply, property values could even possibly drop? Now, I've been sharing with you. I watch this all the time. I watch all of the numbers. That's what we do here on Ron Siegel Radio. So I'm watching and seeing, what are the property values doing? Where's the market going? Whenever you have low supply and equal or greater demand, property values do not drop. That's just called supply and demand, folks. That's all that is. Now, I'm looking at median home prices, and if I had a chart of it, which I do not, I'd say, yeah, the median price of homes has come down. I think it was $1,039,000 in Orange County, California. Now it's $1,033,000. Is it significant? No. Does it matter? No. There's still 1.39 million renters in Orange County, California. 250,000 of those could buy right now. So the issue becomes, where are you? Now, what are the forecasts? Orange County, California, forecasts are 4.49% appreciation next year and 32.37% appreciation over the next 5 years. Pretty much right in line with history. 63-year history for Orange County, 5.35%. 10-year history, 6.25%. 5-year history, 6.85%. So the bottom line here is property values are continue to increase. Now, yes, in the interest rates are higher than they were, but does it matter? I'm going to be talking to you in the next segment about interest rates and why is it the only question people seem to want to know when they call us in our office, our team. They want to know what the interest rate is. And as soon as somebody asks that question, I immediately know, well, that's probably the only question they know. And I'm not chastising anybody because the fact of the matter is I didn't know any different before either. But what I'm saying is people ask that question because they don't know any other questions to ask. And they don't realize that anytime you go to any lender, whoever the last one is that you talk to can offer you the best rate. Why? Because they know what everybody else is doing and we all have the same rates. Pretty much. The bottom, I mean, you're going to be within a quarter or an eighth of everybody else, the whole difference. But think about what is the difference in a interest rate. If you have a 7.5% interest rate versus a 6.5% interest rate, you're talking about $200. $200. So does that matter in the scheme of things? I'm going to tell you that it probably does not. Why? Because your appreciation is going to be what's going to really drive the boat. So I'm just looking. I just put into my handy dandy calculator right here on my screen a $600,000 loan with 7.5% interest. And I'm just doing this for educational purposes only. That's why I'm not giving you APRs and all that other good stuff. So the difference between 6.5% interest and 7.5% interest is going to go from $37.92 to $41.95. So that is a $400 difference per month, 402.88 if you want us to be exact, 402.88. A lot of money, I get it. But here's the issue. If that $600,000 loan is on an $800,000 house that's appreciating at 5% a year, that's $40,000 in appreciation versus a $4,800 extra payment. Does it matter? I'll trade $4,800 for $40,000 all day, every day, because I was able to get my offer accepted. Now, we are with almost everybody is telling us we're heading into a recession. Interest rates generally drop during a recession. So you may only be in that 7.5% interest rate or whatever you qualify for. Maybe you're in there for a year. Yeah, you get the appreciation, and now you restructure the loan into something that's cheaper. Think about that concept, and I'm going to tell you why people ask about interest rates when we come back. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, we're going to also chat a little bit, if I can get my stories straight. I know it's here. Is it really better to rent than to own a home right now? We'll talk about that. How to secure a mortgage with the best interest rate. We'll talk about that one. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Homeowners over the age of 62 are taking back financial control after retirement with reverse mortgages, and the Siegel Lending Team is here to help you use it to your advantage. Call Ron Siegel with Geneva Financial to receive your free information booklet with no obligation. The booklet answers all your questions, and the best part is, you still own your home. Call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990 or visit ronsiegelradio.com.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio. Or anytime at 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990. Your Mortgage Minute being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call. 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990. Every day at this time, OBMMI, they provide the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry, calculated from actual locked rates with consumers across 35% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. What did the loans lock at on Friday? Well, 30-year conforming loans, 6.773. 30-year jumbo loans, 6.813. 30-year FHA loan, 6.60. The 30-year USDA loan, generally for those with no down payment in the rural areas, 6.566, and the best loan on the market, the 30-year VA loan at 6.337. We don't know if points were paid, rebate was given. All that OBMMI tells us is what the interest rate was that the loans locked at on Friday. So that's what we're able to report to you is what did they lock at? Where are they? What did they do? That's the numbers that they came in at. And let's take a look and see what the markets are doing this morning. So we've got the S&P 500 now up 27.15. The 10-year Treasury's up just a little bit, one tick, 3.964. The mortgage-backed securities are up just a little bit, 2 basis points up. So basically those markets are all extremely flat, doing absolutely nothing this morning. It is to be expected because there's going to be a lot of news this week. And you don't see a whole lot while the markets are just waiting. The whole issue right here is, again, the Federal Reserve. Jerome Powell is going to be testifying in Congress tomorrow and Wednesday. We're going to get the ADP jobs report come out on Wednesday. The BLS jobs report, household survey comes out on Friday. So we've got a lot coming up this week in the way of news. So the bottom line here is that the mortgage markets are going to be volatile. They're not going to do a whole heck of a lot at the end of the day. They're going to wait to see what Powell says tomorrow and Wednesday, and then start looking at what's going on in the jobs world. Next week, we've got CPI coming back out again. So the bottom line here is very similar to what I was telling you earlier, is think about some of the opportunities out there in the marketplace for going and getting strategic financing for your home loan. And I've said this many, many times. I will say it again, that strategy beats rate always. Strategy beats rate always. And if you're not looking at the right strategy for your home loan, Well, you're going to be out of luck because it's going to cause you problems. It might even cost you lots and lots of money. That's the Mortgage Minute brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got all the programs and the products. You just need to make a call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. A little bit of a workshop for you today. I love giving you workshops or doing workshops because it's all about educating you so that you don't get taken advantage of. And today's workshop is titled, What's Your Rate? Well, if you call a lender and they tell you and they answer the question, likelihood is they're lowballing you. They're just giving you an answer to appease you and maybe just to get you to take some sort of action on what they're doing. I will explain. So whenever we go in as a lender, and I do lead a lending team, and I got a great team of people that are doing the loans while I'm talking to you on radio. We can go and we go into our software, put in a bunch of statistics. There are probably 37 or more what we call loan level price adjustments. And these are all things that make you unique. So if you hear somebody on the radio saying, I can do that loan at 5% interest, and I'm going to give you just numbers right here. I'm not giving you APRs and everything else. I'm not giving you any kind of an offer, trying to just educate. So they say they can give you a 5% interest rate. Great. You might look and then you call the next person and they say, well, our interest rate is 6%. And you call the next one and they say, our interest rate is 7%. Well, every one of them is exactly correct. Let's take a look at our first chart, Josh. So what we're showing right here, and Josh, I don't know if you can see that or if you need to just take me off the screen or put me in a bubble down there on the bottom. I think we have that. There we go. Perfect. That might be the best we can do. So if you look at this pricing chart, this actually shows prices in the first column or interest rates all the way from 5% to 7.5%. Every one of those are available today. Again, I don't know your unique situation. If you matched every one of the criteria as I threw in here just to demo this, these are the prices that are available for today. Now, along the next column, you're seeing that's principal and interest payments. So you could get a payment anywhere from $27.70 on this chart all the way to $36.08 and everything you see there in between. Everyone is accurate. So that's why it becomes, what's the strategy? What are we trying to accomplish? If you've gone and gotten pre-underwritten from our team, well, then you can go to the next column and see what the cost is for that loan. And the reason I say you can go to the next column is because you're already pre-underwritten. You've got it going into contract now. 15-day closing is not that difficult once you've already been pre-underwritten. We need to get an appraisal. We need clear title. And we need the contract. And you're ready to close. Or you can go any one of the next ones. 30 days to close, 45, 60. That's what all those columns are for. Now, what do the numbers that are in there mean? Well, those are pricing numbers. And it's all based on 100. So if on the very first column, you'll see that it says 90.927. In order to get that, you have to take 100 minus 90.927, and it comes out to roughly 11. So it's going to cost 11% to get that rate. If you go all the way to the bottom, it says 99.218. Again, 100 minus 99.218, let's call it roughly 8.8. It's going to cost 0.8% on the loan amount, or 0.8 to get this. That's where these numbers come from. So every one of those numbers makes sense. Now, you've heard us talking over and over again about buy-down opportunities. rsrbuydown.com, rsrbuydown.com. And you'll be able to see what buy-down opportunities are. We go through all these different ways, and some of them help you qualify for with more purchasing power. So instead of buying a $600,000 house, you might be able to qualify for a $700,000. Or instead of the $900,000, you can buy the $1 million. You qualify because of the correct strategy. The correct strategy also means putting down the correct down payment. We had someone the other day came and said they were going to put down $150,000. Well, $150,000 worked out to 23% down payment. We came and said, well, why are you putting down 23%? Let's do a 20% down payment and use the other 3% to help get you a better interest rate. Go back to the chart. Let's take a look and see. What we want to do is look to the interest rate that's closest to 97. So you can see on that chart, 97 is very close to that 6.5 interest rate. So the difference between the 6.5 interest rate and the 7.5 interest rate is about $340. I'm doing it off the top of my head. But it looks like it's about $340 a month savings. So you're putting the exact same amount of money into the property because you're not using it as a down payment. You're helping buy down the rate. So when people come and say, Ron, I don't want to pay any points. My question is, do you like paying a higher payment? Because that's what's happening here. They're making a higher payment because they've got a misconception of points. Points are not bad. They are part of a strategy. We use them all the time strategically. And here, we just showed you how to save $3,600 a year, which is $108,000 over the life of the loan. $108,000. Now, I never had somebody come to me and say, Ron, I don't want to save $108,000 on this loan. But I've had many, many people say, I don't want to pay points. Well, they translate. One goes into the other. Now, let's go back and look at another chart here. We've got another one to show you. Here's one where we actually did some of these things. And you can see on this chart, and this is not exact. This wasn't done for this purpose. I just grabbed this real quick so I could show it to you. So we had a $625,000 purchase price. You can see that in column 1. You see a loan amount of $500,400 at a 7.25% interest rate. And this one here, we did have the APR at 7.473. And the payment comes out to $41.75 a month. Nice. Okay, I like that. Now, what I was actually showing here was what happens if people drop the price by $30,000 to $595,000. Interest rate doesn't change when you drop the price, but the payment amount does change to $396. And I should have, I don't know if I kept this on my screen here or not. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I may have it. I may not. Okay, yep, there it is. So I have it on my screen. I didn't share this with the slides I sent Josh. Sorry. That saves $208 a month is what that one saved by lowering the price. So if you were thinking of buying a $625,000 house that's listed at $625,500, and you said, I'm going to offer $595,000, great. You're going to save $200 a month on your payment. Strategically, let's go to a strategy. Let's go back and leave it at $625,500. And let's ask the seller, hey, Mr. Seller, Mrs. Seller, I wasn't going to offer you $595,000, but how about giving me $30,000 to help me qualify and have a lower payment? Now, right now, as of a week ago Friday, there was a report that came out from the National Association of Home Builders that 60% of home builders are offering a concession on the price on their prices. What is a concession? Well, if you're looking at this $30,000 on that payment assistance plan, that's called a concession. What do you use that for? Well, you use that to pay points. Oh, they ever feared points. We don't want to do points. Why not? Well, we can bring that interest rate down on this scenario to 5.25%, bring the payment down to $3,524, saving $650 a month. $650 a month. Again, okay, $650 a month. We paid those points. We got it. Okay, let's take it the next step. How much is this going to save me over, can I go with 13 years? Why do I use 13 years? Because that's how long we're keeping our houses now. So over 13 years, under scenario 1, we're going to pay $431,787 in interest. Asking for a price reduction. We're paying $410,732 in difference. Payment assistance. Go back to the higher price, ask for the concession. We're paying $303,000 in interest. And am I right that that's $128,000 saved? Now, again, do you want to pay points to save $128,000? I would say the vast majority of people will say yes. I'm willing to pay the points, Ron, to save $128,000 as long as the points don't cost me. Wait, the seller was paying the points, so it's not costing you anything. So points are not bad. Strategy beats rate always. Strategy beats rate always. That's the workshop for today. How about paying points? Or what's my rate, I think is what we called this one. What's my rate? You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, is it really better to rent than to own a home right now? How to secure a mortgage with the best interest rates. All that more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a moment.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at ronsiegelradio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis. rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Visit rsrhomescout.com, rsrhomescout.com. Best tool out there if you want to know the value of your house on a monthly basis. I like that. So go to the top right, create an account. We will not reach out to you. We do not send you advertisements. We don't sell your information. It's for you. Then go down to fourth tab over, tells you what the value of your property is, gives you 4 sources. It'll tell you Zillow so you know the wrong one, and it'll tell you 3 others that'll get you closer to what the actual pricing is. First column will actually tell you properties that are available for sale throughout the country. So all of that right there, rsrhomescout.com, rsrhomescout.com. Is it really better to rent than to own a home right now? That's our question. You may have seen reports in the news recently saying it's better to rent right now than it is to own your home. But before you let that impact your decisions, you should understand what these claims are based on. A lot of the time, these reports are assuming things that are not realistic for the average household. For example, the methodology behind one of those reports says that renting is the smarter financial option because of the opportunity to invest money elsewhere. It assumes renters take the money they'd spend on costs tied to buying a home and put it in an investment portfolio. But here's the thing. Most people who rent are not making those investments. Ken Johnson, co-author of the BH&J National Price to Rent Index, explains, quote, one of the difficulties with the rent and reinvest model is many people simply rent and spend the difference. That's wealth destroying, unquote. The reason home ownership is one of the best investments you can make is the wealth it helps you build. That's why there's a significant difference between the net worth of the average homeowner and the average renter. And if you're watching us on ronsiegelradio.tv, any of our socials, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 video feed, you can see a chart. A homeowner's net worth is more than 40 times greater than a renter's net worth. $255,000 for the homeowner, $6,300 for the renter. So before you renew your rental agreement, think about the opportunity to build wealth that home ownership provides. Bottom line, if you're unsure whether to continue renting or to buy a home, let's chat and help you make the best decision. Give me a call at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And if you have any friends, family, or coworkers looking to buy, sell, or borrow on real estate, can I count on you? Can I count on you for the introduction? Again, that's the real-time real estate segment brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Visit rsrhomescout.com, rsrhomescout.com. And we got a Your Credit Matters segment for you today, brought to you by creditsanitizer.com. You have a credit report and it is wrong. What are you doing about it? Credit Sanitizer has the solution for you. 10 tips to secure the best interest rate on your mortgage. Buying a home is an extensive process. It includes marshaling your assets, reviewing your credit, and potentially trying to improve it, and shopping for a house that meets your wants and needs. That's all before you enter the process of applying for a mortgage and considering your offers. The process can be daunting, but it's important to take one step at a time to avoid becoming overwhelmed. One area where people become especially concerned is the overall cost of a home loan. Securing a mortgage can be challenging, but how can you get a good interest rate to reduce the long-term cost of your home? Here are some tips to help you get the best rates for mortgages. Just remember that many of these tips take time, so plan months or even years ahead for your home buying journey. Let's see. Tips for getting the best interest rate on your mortgage when you're looking to secure a mortgage or get the best possible interest. Personal finances really matter. Our tips include those related to your credit history, savings, and income, along with some advice about educating yourself on mortgage terms and interest types. Understand interest rate types, Fixed or adjustable. A fixed rate mortgage has the same interest rate throughout the loan's entire life. This makes your rate and monthly payment predictable and consistent. An adjustable rate mortgage comes with an interest rate that can change and often one that could increase if interest rates in the market increase. This can make your rate and monthly payment unpredictable. Knowing your plans for the future can help you understand which type of interest rate is best for you. If you only plan to hold onto the home for a few years before selling it to upgrade, an adjustable rate mortgage or ARM might work for you. This is especially true if interest rates are currently low, as an ARM loan tends to start with lower rates than fixed rate mortgages when all other factors are equal. Keep your credit healthy. You do typically need decent credit to secure a mortgage, but there are options for those with lackluster credit. While the credit score required to buy a home depends on many factors, the better your score, the better rates you may be able to command. Interest rates are a huge factor in how much your monthly payment is. Better credit typically equals more favorable rates, which equals lower monthly payments. Make a bigger down payment. The larger your down payment, the lower your overall loan amount is. That can lead to a lower interest rate when you secure a mortgage. That's because your interest rate is partially based on your home's loan to value or LTV. For example, if a home is worth $200,000 and the loan is for $199,000, that would be considered a high LTV and is riskier for a lender. That could lead to a higher interest rate. If the ratio is lower, however, you might be rewarded with a lower interest rate. Have stable income. If you can prove that your line of work is in high demand with no sign of slowing down, or even if you work for a large profitable company, your lender may take this into account when processing your paperwork. Income stability demonstrates that you're less likely to miss mortgage payments. You can also demonstrate income stability by income history. Documents that show a stable income, such as check stubs, W-2 forms, and tax returns, might all be required by a mortgage lender when evaluating you for a loan. Lower credit utilization ratio. Credit utilization refers to how much of your available credit you're actively using. A high credit utilization rate occurs when you use a large percentage of your available credit. For example, if you have a $10,000 total in your credit limits across your credit cards and you have a total balance of $5,000, that's a credit utilization of 50%. The Consumer Finance Protection Bureau notes that keeping your credit utilization at 30% or lower helps improve your credit score, which can lead to better interest rates for mortgages. It can also ensure mortgage lenders don't see you as using credit in a desperate or risky way, making them more likely to approve you and offer better rates. Make mortgage point payments, if possible, to pay extra directly to your lender to lower your interest rate. For every 1% of your loan amount you're willing to pay up front, you may be able to get as much as 0.5% off your home loan interest rate. Essentially, you're just paying a larger amount of interest up front. This is known as buying points. Have enough savings. Most people know they should have enough savings to cover about 6 months worth of bills. Proving to your lender that you can still pay your mortgage in the event of a job loss because you have cash on hand and can help you score a lower interest rate. Final word on getting best interest rates for mortgages. Keeping your finances healthy is the best way to protect yourself when applying for a loan. Do the work ahead of time to ensure you're ready to apply for a mortgage. Then you can start by comparing rates online to secure a mortgage that works for you, or you can just simply call our team at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. We're happy to see how we can help you get that home loan to help you achieve that home ownership dream. That is the Your Credit Matters segment brought to you by creditsanitizer.com. You have a credit report. It is wrong. What are you doing about it? Credit Sanitizer has these solutions for you. You just need to go to the website, creditsanitizer.com. When we come back, what is a certified divorce lending professional? How much does it cost to work with a certified divorce lending professional, also known as a CDLP? We'll get to that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender. Are you tired of paying rent? Are you tired of paying someone else's mortgage? Do you know qualified folks can potentially purchase a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket? Ron Siegel can help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. If you're tired of paying someone else's mortgage, reach out to Ron today at RonIsMyLender.com. That's RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey friends, do you dream of mortgage-free home ownership? Are you aware that even if you own your home free and clear, it could still be costing you thousands per year? The Siegel Lending Team can help you generate tax-free income, accumulate family wealth, and maintain ownership of your home. By simply emailing your most recent mortgage statement, you'll receive a no-obligation real estate plan. Learn more by calling 1-800-306-1990 or email me your recent mortgage statement to PEAR@RonSiegelRadio.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender. Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at RonSiegelRadio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you could retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit RSRNoDebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit RSRNoDebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, RSRNoDebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. RSRNoDebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to RSRNoDebt.com. RSRNoDebt.com.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at RonIsMyLender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. RonIsMyLender.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Better Outcomes segment brought to you by mycdlp.com, mycdlp.com. Hey, go and get it. It's free. The Divorce Your Mortgage Workbook. If you're thinking about divorce, if you're going through a divorce, mydymworkbook.com, mydymworkbook.com. It is a free resource for you. Anybody going through divorce should have this. It doesn't matter whether you work with our team or not, although you should. But mydymworkbook.com gives you a lot of great information that you should be taking advantage of. How much does it cost to work with a certified divorce lending professional. One of the most common questions we get is, quote, what will it cost my client to consult with a certified divorce lending professional? The simple answer, it won't cost them anything when a CDLP is involved during the divorce process. And there is a reason for that. Certified divorce lending professionals are mortgage professionals who have completed a very comprehensive certification program with ongoing continuing education and development in divorce mortgage planning. Their ability to expand their vision of the normal scope of the traditional mortgage professional is a great differentiator from those without training who have limited tunnel vision of client to application. Divorce mortgage planning is the ability to put into play the desired outcome by pairing the needs and options available while incorporating the necessary details and clarity into an executable settlement agreement to obtain closure and peace of mind successfully. Working directly with the divorce team, a CDLP, Certified Divorce, incorporates divorce mortgage planning into the overall process with a unique and solid understanding of the intersection of family law, financial and tax planning, real property, and mortgage planning. What a CDLP can do for you that traditional lenders cannot. One, identify conflicting objectives between the proposed divorce settlement agreement and mortgage guidelines and requirements. Number two, identify strategic solutions for creating desired outcomes using legal and tax codes, working directly with the professional divorce team. Number three, bring value, not chaos, with an educational approach and background training in divorce mortgage planning to provide a different perspective and better solution. Guidelines and tax rules as they pertain to divorce situations. A CDLP can help demystify the mortgage planning process by answering questions such as, how can I keep the house? What do I need to do if I want to refinance the house? Can I refinance if I'm receiving child support and have no income? What about if I'm self-employed or only work part-time? So, if a CDLP does all that, why won't it cost my client for consulting with them during the divorce process? Why won't it cost me for working with them during the divorce process? The Federal Trade Commission, somehow Siri will talk to us today, and I don't know how to get her to turn off. So we're going to have to figure this out. The Federal Trade Commission, FTC, the nation's consumer protection agency, enforces the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, which prohibits credit discrimination on the basis of race, color, religion, national origin, sex, marital status, age, or because you get public assistance. The law provides protection when you deal with any organizations or people who regularly extend credit, including banks, small loan and finance companies, retail and department stores, credit card companies, and credit unions. Everyone who participates in the decision to grant credit or in setting the terms of that credit must comply with ECOA. RESPA Section 8, Regulation X, 12, CFR Section 124.14b, if that's not specific enough for you, prohibiting giving or accepting a fee, kickback, or anything of value pursuant to an agreement or understanding, oral or otherwise, for referrals of business incident to or part of a settlement service involving a federally regulated mortgage loan. Types of lending discrimination. Number one, overt evidence of discrimination, when a lender blatantly discriminates on a prohibited basis. Number two, evidence of a disparate treatment, when a lender treats applicants differently based on one of the prohibited factors. Number three, charging a fee could be considered disparate treatment under ECOA as a marital status is a protected class. So how does the CDLP get paid? A certified divorce lending professional is licensed mortgage loan originator and is paid directly by their employing company or broker when they successfully close a loan. It is the goal of the CDLP to earn the trust of the divorce client by providing strategic solutions and tactics during the divorce process that will enable them to successfully retain the marital home or be in a stronger position to purchase a new home. Ultimately, working with the CDLP to complete their mortgage transaction with them. Trust matters. Working with a knowledgeable divorce mortgage planner can make all the difference in the end. How are you implementing divorce mortgage planning into the case involving a CDLP early in the divorce settlement process? can help you as an attorney or the divorcing homeowners set the stage for a successful mortgage financing in the future. As always, I share this is information only. I am not an attorney. I do not provide legal advice. I am only giving you the advice that we have and know here. Fun stuff. Love having all these interruptions in the show from the technology. But hey, at least we got Josh here so he can clean it up before it gets to ABC. Fun. Hey, and as always, I ask, set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Josh and Sean who are engineering us today. And of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime. 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990 or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.